Welcome to the AC Sports Podcast. My name is Derek Allsweed.
I'm Ross Field.
And we are joining you after a healthy mid-season week off. We are back, ready to roll.
Oh, dude. I hit the ice, got in the sauna, got recovered.
Where, in Chico, or were you out of town?
I'm just talking like a football player who goes through a bye week. Metaphorically.
As someone who
I rested my vocal cords.
You run 12 miles a day, so you hit the sauna and the ice.
I actually did the average of the miles I've ran this year a day, and it is 6.7 miles on the dot. So that's for the kids out there. You're welcome.
So Amy made this phenomenal point on Living Directors last episode.
Cool.
Because 6'7" was part of the last South Park episode. It was ingrained in it.
Shoot, I didn't see that. Okay.
And they've been dealing with like Trump's, or Satan is having Trump's baby. So Satan and Jesus are like the whole centerpiece of the show.
Yeah, the story.
Christian conservatives and stuff. And Amy was like, what's 666 rounded up? 7. And it kind of scared me a little bit.
Yeah, that is a little scary.
Another podcast. Okay, AC Sports.
Yeah.
We're headed into week 10. We're going to talk week 9.
Good stuff.
We have the quarterback tier system finally here.
Yeah, I had some interesting takes on that, or thought of some interesting things.
I'm probably going to overuse the word tier this podcast, so forgive me.
Well, that's your top tier, dude, so you're allowed.
D tier, C tier, A tier, B tier. We have that. I'm not abandoning the point differential power rankings entirely.
Okay.
I decided I'm going to...
You can't.
Run with them throughout the season.
Those are in your blood.
Just to get data.
Dude, you can't.
I got to get the data as the season goes on.
It's point differential Derek rankings.
I don't know about that. But let's dive into week 9.
Okay.
The notes are back.
Like a legend.
Should we start
Production
with
machine.
Our teams?
Okay.
And do you want to talk Niners first? Or do you want me to go with Commanders?
Well, gosh, that's up to you, considering it's kind of both like opposite ends of the spectrum, I should say. Would you want to get it out of the way?
No, actually, I'm super curious about how you feel about the Niners right now, because there's a lot of options.
Interesting. Yeah, let's see the game notes. I feel good, obviously, coming off the victory they had, against a team that they should have beat. But there are some interesting times with San Francisco right now.
It's the one game I didn't even bother taking notes on.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted your raw feelings. That's okay.
Well,
I have some, I watched the highlights, so I can comment.
Sure. I was really impressed and pleased with how their young defense played. It's kind of one of those games where like they, you didn't really miss Fred and Bosa as much as maybe you thought you would.
And didn't they lose another important guy last
week? They did.
They
lost Mykel Williams. Well, the MetLife Turf Monsters struck again, man. Gosh, that place just takes so many ACLs. It's crazy.
Wait, so they lost someone in New York?
Yeah, Mykel Williams, their first-round draft pick, tore his ACL late in the game when the game was like out of hand, similar to JD5's injury. It was like kind of...
Well, the game was never really out of hand, the New York San Francisco
Not
game.
really, but it was, really the Niners were in control at that point. Is there a QB controversy brewing? Still, I mean, it feels like as each week goes on, it's like, why would you go to Brock Purdy now with the way that Mac Jones is leading this team? They're 6-3, and he, after I would say like from an overview, a couple really like mediocre weeks for Mac, he had a really good week against the Giants, so that was good to see. He got back on track, and I think people look at the perspective of wow, he's played really well this year, and he has, but. Really, before the Giants game, those few weeks leading up to it, he was not as excellent as he had been early as he was in the season. But I also think CMC is just a monster, dude. The guy was an absolute monster last week.
Over 100 yards rushing, which doesn't always happen. He always has over 100 total, but he had 100 on the ground.
And he's catching a lot of passes, and he's just a game changer.
What was the Niners' last loss? Was it 2 weeks ago? I can't remember. Oh.
No, I don't know off the top of my head.
5-3.
I think it was, if I could see the schedule.
Yeah, let me go.
Not the schedule, but just the teams. It would pop up in my mind. Jacksonville?
No, that was a while ago.
Was it?
It's okay. We'll cut this out.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't mind.
We'll edit this
like I said,
out.
Man, I'm coming in busy, dude.
We will edit
it's been
all
wild.
this out. They beat the Falcons.
Yep.
And then, wait.
Bucks.
That was their last loss? Did they have a bye? Oh, Texans. They lost to the Texans.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it was. Okay,
that's what it was.
somebody.
Houston. Yeah, that was a rough one. Mac didn't play that good in that game.
Against one of the best defenses, and I can't wait to talk about the Texans.
Yeah, no doubt. They're so interesting.
Yeah,
last loss to Houston. Yeah, Mac didn't play that good that game. He didn't play that good against the Atlanta. Didn't really need to.
They're playing one of the best teams in football this week.
Yeah.
So
team they've already beat, but it's gonna be tough.
Very possibly 5-4, if not likely. I mean, they could obviously win, but
one thing about them too that's interesting is Kittle's played the last couple weeks, and I feel like when he's there, they have a much better chance of establishing a run game. I think they're more successful of a running team because Kittle's such a great blocking tight end. So that's one takeaway I have with them is like they're able to get the ground game going now because Kittle's back in the fold, which really helps. I don't think it's a surprise that when he plays, they're better at running the ball. So
it sounds like you're still all in on Purdy.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know, all in. I think at this stage, it's hard to put him in. I go back and forth. I think, that last loss to Houston did an incredible job masking coverages. And Mac seems to me to be a guy that, he reminds me a little bit of Jimmy Garoppolo in that, like, there's one read, and he's good at seeing coverages and knowing where to go with. But as soon as he goes through his progressions, the pocket starts to collapse, and it gets pretty dicey. And he doesn't have the escapability that Brock has. And I think where Brock's more valuable is that he's a little bit more of a playground type style quarterback. I mean, he can extend the pocket. He can get out of the pocket. He's not a super fast QB by any stretch of the imagination.
No, but he's young.
Yeah, and he can move good. He's shown that. And I think he's extended plays and created some off-script brilliance for the Niners, and that's where his value lies. Like maybe a little bit more than Mac, but how Mac's playing, having him at a 6-3 record, reestablishing himself as like a legit starter in the NFL is impressive, man. And I don't think you want to disrupt that chemistry or what they have going if you're San Francisco right now and start Brock. I mean, I would say like right now you got to ride the hot hand.
Really?
But I think eventually Brock's going to be back in there under center. They obviously paid him a ton of money. It'll just be interesting to see how it unfolds, man. It's fascinating.
And Brock's been hurt for so long. We get these injuries nowadays, whether it was McCarthy, maybe even Murray, who's now on the IR, kind of conveniently, that Brissett's doing so well.
Yeah.
It's like,
old man.
Let's lean on this injury because the replacement's doing well, and we want to avoid controversy.
Maybe. I mean, that's some speculation.
Well, because is Brock really that hurt?
I think so. I mean, Shanahan was talking about it. Like, he mentioned that this is the type of injury that he's going to be dealing with the rest of the year. I mean, I think it's as, seems to me, my read on it is it's a pretty significant turf toe. But you make a good point. They could be trying to just keep riding the hot hand right now. That's not a bad way to approach it when you're 6-3, considering all the injuries they have.
Yeah.
I mean, keep it rolling.
And in a sense, it's a luxury to be able to take your time to heal from an injury. Turf toe is what, knocked Burrow out for the season. So that is a serious injury. It can be.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying ride it. I mean, this reminds me of, Brady Bledsoe a little bit. Bledsoe was their guy that took them to a Super Bowl. They lost against the Patriots back in the early 2000s. And then Bledsoe gets hurt. Brady comes in. They just keep winning.
Yeah.
And Bledsoe was healthy, but he didn't come back in, and the Patriots won a Super Bowl with Brady. There are a few Mac Jones-Brady parallels. Obviously, Jones being with the Patriots.
Yeah. Same number.
They kind of move similarly.
Yeah, a little bit.
Jones isn't as good, of course, but the immobility mixed with just kind of quick decision-making, don't make a lot of mistakes. So, and then he's now in Brady's hometown playing, which is where Brady and or Rodgers should have always been with the Niners.
Yeah, that's interesting. There, I could see the comp for sure. I don't know, but the difference is Brock's so much younger. So, and that could be the Bledsoe situation was Bledsoe was so much older.
I think we're both getting our R's and L's.
Bledsoe?
Bledsoe.
That's great.
Look, it's 2:30. I'm waking up.
Yeah.
It's 3 now.
Well, if I guess, the thing there is, like, if Mac were to lead them to a Super Bowl championship, a Super Bowl title, they're not going to go back to Brock. You don't bench a Super Bowl title winning QB. Does that happen? Pretty rarely, if ever.
No. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, I guess the argument is that Brock will do even better with this team.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they've just been performing so above expectation to a degree. I know a lot of preseason predictions had them with a pretty good win total, making the playoffs and everything. But to overcome these injuries, I do want to talk about injuries, too, and how they seem to just eviscerate some teams and other teams just kind of charge through.
Totally. It's fascinating, right?
It can be as simple as just having a deep practice squad and all that.
But why does that happen? I mean, you're so right. It's
coaching.
Yeah, coaching, a scheme. I think, when I think about the Niners, I'm just impressed with how they play. Like, it's not like the style that they're bringing to the table here. It's not. I mean, they're not super flashy. They're not the type of team that's gonna I feel like the game against the Giants was the highest margin of victory they've had like almost all season. And it's like they no matter their opponent, they play this kind of tight style football where they're like wanting to make every 10 yards a third and short. Like they don't extend the plays downfield. They don't throw a lot deep. They don't they're not.
It's controlling the pace.
Totally.
That's the system offense.
Exactly.
It's
great call.
It's it's a tried and true, maybe a little old school.
It is
way of playing football, but I mean,
but I feel like when you play like that, like the margin for error is so slim.
Sure.
Because it's like you're going to come into some teams that are going to stop you on third down, and then you're going to be, punting and. Was it the game against the Texans where they literally had like one first down the whole first half because they couldn't sustain anything when they got the ball, and Houston just dominated time of possession and wiped the floor with them. It's like when they run into those teams, that style of play is rough.
To me, it's a team that closes games. Like we see a lot of big fourth quarters this year and comebacks and crazy endings, and they avoid that somehow. Despite their injuries. And it's got to be coaching and scheme. It's got to be.
Got to be.
And just having, our general manager with the Commanders, we were in love with last year, and now this year it seems like just epic fail. So, and it does have to do with depth, too, which is the case for literally any pro team, baseball, basketball.
Yeah, Peters. Peters is a Niners guy.
Yeah.
It's a good learning year for him, potentially.
Let's over here. The NFC West is kind of a topic du jour for me this year, looking at these point differential power rankings and the playoffs from them. The Cardinals, according to point differential, are the 7 seed. They would be a playoff team in the NFC.
Amazing.
Now, they're 3-5. Niners have a full 2.5 on them. The other team that would make it ahead of them, or has a better record rather, would be the Bears. And the Panthers, ironically.
Yeah.
So the Cowboys felt like they were right there, but now who knows with them.
Yeah, really impressive win by Arizona. Did not see that one coming.
I mean, Brissett has been incredible. And this team, the reason why Gannon's there.
Cardinals, Jonathan Gannon.
The reason why he got so mad to where he got suspended a shitload of money against that running back that fumbled on the inch line against Tennessee is because that might have cost them the playoffs. That one mistake.
That's a great point.
They're 4-4. Without that, they're right there in the mix.
There, yeah.
And the point is they're playing really, really well. They go into Seattle next week.
Who knows?
According to this is one of those crazy games that they win.
Dude, that'd be amazing.
And by the way, Seattle can afford to lose because they're in such a hot seat right now. So
yeah, they're amazing.
If they take care of business and the Niners lose, suddenly it's 4-5 versus 6-4, and then they play again, I think, in a couple weeks. Yeah. So there's still an obvious path for anything to happen. But that AFC West, I'm not trolling you. It's just like I'm talking about the other 3 teams all year. Rams, they're now the best team in the NFC to me. Seahawks have had up there all season. They're number 3 in the polls.
It's a great conference.
Cardinals are the 7 seed.
Great division, man.
You can check out these rankings on Instagram at AC Sports Pod. We're looking at them now. When we look at the AFC and NFC playoff predictions, the Texans and Cardinals are these 2, 3, and 5 teams that have a good point differential that are sitting there at the 7 seed, where the Niners and Chargers seem like the kind of obvious 6 and 3, 7 seeds that will make the playoffs. But it's obviously a glaring thing here. The other 6 teams in both divisions appear to be locks. Other than like the Steelers and Ravens, something might happen there with that AFC North.
Yeah.
Outside of that, like, are the Falcons? The Falcons, they're not going to take the South. I mean, they had 2 pretty rough losses against the Dolphins and Patriots that they could have won actually in New England. So to me, it just feels like 12 teams are locked into the playoffs going into week 10.
The playoff picture. Yeah. Okay, I see from both. Yeah.
Is there
both
any
conferences? Yeah.
Chance you're looking at these 6 teams from both conference?
Right. I mean, it'd be wild now if one of those teams didn't. I mean, there's a chance. Certainly, things can get crazy. One of their,
But
like
is there?
Like if I don't know, like what if?
What could happen? Nothing. Like,
well, I don't know. So what if Mahomes gets hurt? And that opens the door for.
They are 5-4.
You know what I mean? Like there's a chance for a couple teams that potentially.
So that would open the door for. I mean, the Broncos kind of run away with the West, and then the Chargers get in. I mean, the Chiefs are in 3rd place in the West,
right?
Going into week 10.
Yeah. Or I mean, same thing for the Steelers. I know you mentioned the Steelers are kind of on the fringe of the, one of those teams, but yeah, it feels like now.
Steelers had a phenomenal win.
They sure did, dude.
I
got that one.
The thing, so the Ravens they're only 2 games back, which is interesting, and the Steelers needed a huge win against one of the best teams in football in order to keep it as a 2-game lead. So that could swing at any point. And Lamar is the runaway number 1 quarterback in the NFL according to the QBR and passer rating. It's not even close.
Even though he's only played 3 games or 4 games?
Well, it's a per-game thing. So,
sure.
It's funny, too. I looked up in making the quarterback list every single quarterback that's played. In Snoop Huntley's 1 game, put him at number 4 quarterback in the NFL.
He had a good game.
Yeah. Okay.
It's probably because his name's Snoop. Good old Tyler.
Let's move on. Let's get some week 9 games in the book.
Watch out, indigestion. Here it comes. We need some Tums.
I'm thinking of the Commanders. Like, all I have to say is that I think that the thing that really hit me was the 2003 Raiders. They make the Super Bowl in 2002, right? Mm-hmm. We get close, 1 game away. Kind of. They lose the Super Bowl, right? Raiders to the Bucs in 2002. Next year they went 4-12.
Damn.
And I remember that 2002 Raiders team and how they just they'd score 30 points a game. They'd kind of move the ball effortlessly with Gannon. That's how we felt last year. And then to just fall apart the next year. It happens, but it doesn't happen too often. And this is, I mentioned season from hell, and it turns out the Commanders were the team that were going to have a season from hell. So that's all I have to say about that.
Well, there's been a ton of injuries. And,
something's off, though. Something's off, not just with the roster, not just with the scheme. Something was off with Jaden, even with less weapons.
I know. It feels
something
like that.
Something was mentally off. And
something's off.
I think, and of course, it's always maybe little injuries or injuries that aren't fully recovered. But it's like against this, or just in the first half of the Seahawks game, like he'd run every time. He wasn't even trying to throw the ball downfield. It was just... It felt so inept versus I felt the exact opposite last year. It's a regression's fine, but like for it to be this different, I was wondering if like part of his lore last year was like he used VR and it was just like he's just like smarter than everybody. And like I just wonder
that's right.
If he just got too much love, if it's this simple, too much praise, and that just causes you to become a little complacent as a human being, as a player.
Dude, yeah.
I don't know. That's what it felt like because I wondered if he tried as hard this year,
man.
If he prepared as well this year. That's what I kept thinking.
Yeah, and he didn't get reps. That's the tough thing, dude. He wasn't able to get into a rhythm ever, play a few games and get into the flow.
Yeah.
I think that's tough. I feel sorry for Debo. It was just a couple of those shots of him like so bummed out when Jaden's, down on the turf. The cameras flashed to Debo and just a look on his face was like, obviously he went to Washington, traded from the Niners, goes to a good situation, a team on the rise. He's going to be a free agent Like, what do you do if you're Washington? Do you re-sign him? He's obviously still valuable, but you could just tell the look on his face was like, damn, I wanted to contend again this year. And maybe Washington could still do some things.
No,
I mean,
no.
I mean, potentially it's not out of the realm of possibility, but.
I mean, the only thing they have for them is now there's a nothing to lose factor. We're suffering right now. So, like, there is a kind of freedom that's going to come out in the field. You know, they play the Lions next week. I think they were so marred by expectation this year that now that that's completely gone, I think, in the locker room and around the city, that might help them a little bit.
Could,
but
yeah.
I wonder even how close I'm going to pay attention to the team from here on out. I mean, I probably will pay very close attention, but I'm super curious to see what they look like against Detroit, of course, this week.
Team that they handled in the playoffs last year.
So, yeah, very confused about the future. We had Scadabo's injury last week. We got to see Dart's reaction to that, and then you were talking about Debo's reaction to Jaden. Wasn't a break, fortunately, a dislocation, but it was a gruesome dislocation.
It was pretty gruesome.
We're going to talk about the Rams a lot. I think they're the best team in the NFC right now, ahead of the Eagles. And Devontae Adams is my Derek Carr, put some respect on my name, award winner. I called him a solid number 2 a couple weeks ago when Puka was out.
Yeah.
He's a number 1 guy. Debo is a legit number 2. When Debo has to be number 1, it's on the call sheet, it's not going to work.
Totally. He has a hard time creating separation with his route running.
Right.
But if he can get the ball quickly or come across, use him as running back more, he's definitely a bruiser.
He's almost even like you want to have him as your number 3.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's hard to.
Right.
They show routes and he just can't. He doesn't have as much explosiveness as he used to. It's harder for him to get open. He still gets open, but man, he's blanketed.
And so maybe I'm overthinking the whole Jaden's performance thing, and that like their lack of weapons were just so apparent, and that is a general manager thing. He didn't build a good roster. And let's talk about that. We're going to go into Jags Raiders.
Okay.
Brock Bowers.
Makes a hell of a difference.
Back.
Huh?
So then it just got me thinking like, when Geno has Brock Bowers, he doesn't look like the worst quarterback in the world.
Weapons.
But it's like, and this is why receivers get the most money, is because the disparity from Terry McLaurin to Terry McLaurin's backup is so big.
That's interesting.
And running back, disparity is smaller.
Yeah.
Just, I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
It's so interesting how much better one tight end receiver can make a team.
Yeah, you're right. And it depends on the team and the organization and the quarterback. I think, the flip side to that, or the counter argument, is how often Tom Brady won without an elite wide receiver. So
that's the Niners this year.
Yeah, kind of a scheme maybe plays a factor into it too. But yeah, you're right. I mean, holy cow, Geno looked like a completely different QB, and Brock went off.
Did he have 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It was like I was going up against somebody in fantasy that had Brock on the bench, and I was like, whew.
I think it's the best performance by a tight end all season.
Could be, yeah.
So
good
far.
call.
Lawrence, surprisingly bad year, 0 passing touchdowns. He's 5-3. He's kind of like the Bryce Young of the AFC, right? They're both D-tier quarterbacks. Surprisingly, Lawrence 27th out of 32.
Yeah. Well,
that shocked me more than anything while making this quarterback list.
Yeah.
But he's still 5-3. Like Young's still 5-4.
Yeah.
He's still winning games.
Yeah.
Still got some big wins. Jacksonville beat San Francisco and KC.
He's totally a game manager. He's orchestrating a scheme and a system, and they've relied so much on their running game, which led them to a lot of early season success. I mean, remember the conversations we had about ETN just going off, being a legit star? That's kind of, faded the last few weeks, but man, how impressive was their running game early on. So maybe they're kind of just hoping Trevor can manage the game. He's not really lighting it up with his arm.
ETN had a good game against the Raiders.
This past week, yeah. He did pretty well.
And that Jags-Panthers, those were the 2 expansion teams back in the day. I really think they're similar this year. And what they have in common is they both have badass run games, so they don't need a ton from their quarterbacks.
Yeah. Dowdle's amazing.
We're also going to talk about some of the better teams whose run games have been shit all year, and we'll see if that comes back to haunt them in the playoffs.
Interesting.
We had a record field goal in this game.
We sure did. Holy cow.
Lil.
Cam Big.
His name's Little.
Big.
Oh, big. I'm way too serious and focused right now.
You are in the zone. I like it, dude.
2 weeks. That's what happens when I do homework.
You're prepped, dude. It's
and
great.
I'm not hungover, just like, what happened?
His name's Little.
So Raiders go for 2 to win the game at the end in overtime.
No,
that was cool.
It was,
I'm
but
down with
man.
that. But a squeaker for Jacksonville. They could have easily lost. And this is a product of the new overtime rule where if one team scored a touchdown first, you still get a chance at it.
Still get a chance, which is good. I like that.
You like that? Okay.
I do.
Yeah, I think we all do.
That's fair.
Okay, Texans Broncos.
What a snoozer.
I mean, I thought it was I was watching the game.
You liked it?
0 touchdowns for the Texans again.
Yep.
There was the concussion with Stroud. I think it's sad that this team cannot take advantage of how good their defense and special teams are. They have a Super Bowl level defense. Broncos also have a good defense though too. Davis Mills is here. This does not help my Texans playoff prediction. Bo Nix still in the C tier. He's been a C tier guy all year, but this was their fourth quarter comeback. 4-0 now when leading. We're trailing in the fourth quarter.
Their defense is so good.
And my question to you is: Sean Payton a dirty coach?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because that hit on Stroud just...
Yeah.
I was watching the tape and like the secondary, it's phenomenal to have a hard-hitting team across the board, of course. But like that secondary kind of crosses the line with some of their defenseless hits.
Sure.
Or like it felt like there were... Some teams can kind of try to injure people in a way.
We've seen this before with his teams. Remember Bountygate?
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the Saints used to... They had literally pay people to hurt people.
Wow.
They got popped for that. I mean, that happened. He was the head coach of that team. Same guy. He wants them to be physical, man.
Well, there's a difference.
I know there's a difference, but they take it further. I think it's a legit question. And when you watch closely, it's kind of like, damn, dude, like they go over the line.
Because on that Stroud play, I mean, it was an obvious slide. It does seem over recent years as rules change, players in the league have kind of come together to at least like quietly agree on like take it a litle easy on a quarterback when they're out in the open field,
yes,
or even in the pocket. And of course, rules help with that. But
sure,
it's almost been a thing where it's like, because we used to, back in the day, this was more like if you're running as a quarterback, even if you are starting to slide or whatever, like you're going to get annihilated. Like people are headhunting you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of gone away, but not with the Broncos.
Yeah.
He went after that. Stroud was in mid slide, and he just his head hit the ground so hard when he got hit.
Who was it? Dre Greenlaw?
I didn't even see who the defensive player was. Okay, so that's settled. Peyton's dirty. And then they got frat boy Knicks back there, who isn't even that good, but just wins every game. Like, very hateable team. I don't know what it is about the AFC West. Fucking just one hateable team after another. Chargers are cool.
That's great content. It's funny how much you don't like Bo. I like Bo a little bit.
Well, I think everybody in this Jaden class is just, it's going to be a perpetual, like,
sure,
fucking Drake. I'm so sick of Drake males already. So fucking sick of Drake, man.
This is the old I am butthurt.
I like Penix. Caleb's like the true rival. Because we had another fucking pivotal game this year where everything fucking turned. We're up in the fourth. We lose that game because of a fumble, and now our season just collapses, just like the Bears did last year.
So true. That game, fuck.
That was a
great point,
I felt so good in the fourth quarter of that game, up like 3. Like, we're a playoff team. Like, we're on the way up. And then look at how quickly things fell.
It wasn't even like a forced fumble by the defense, too. It was like a ball slipping out of the hands. That's so unfortunate, dude.
And it all goes back to my damn teams that don't have domes. Got to play in goddamn rain.
It's so true.
Rain killed.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay. Packers, Panthers.
Did we both pick the Panthers? I think we did.
I know I did. I forget. I calculated our picks, by the way, this year. We've gone 7-6 each the last 2 weeks. You're sitting at 21-20. I'm 20-21.
You celebrate mediocrity.
What's
over
the
here.
lesson in this? Is that it's just a fucking crapshoot and it.
Oh, dude, it's hard. It's so hard.
At least we don't have like massive losing records. I guess.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Betting sucks, and like picking games is so hard. You know.
But we here on the AC Sports Podcast are gambling every week now, just to put a spotlight on how crazy it is that gambling's so normalized.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the bookie that worked with Misuhara, the interpreter of Ohtani, is on a podcast talking all about that. And it hasn't like taken off. And it's pretty interesting because he goes into like, Ohtani knew what the hell was going on.
Is it a Japanese podcast?
There's no doubt. No. I'll share it with you. But I stumbled across it a couple days ago and listened to a few excerpts from it. And Ohtani definitely knew what was up with his interpreter.
Just pivoting.
But didn't necessarily. The bookie says they didn't bet on baseball, that Misuhara bet a ton on soccer. So I guess that's a little bit of a gray area. But all the bullshit about like Ohtani didn't know what was going on is pretty much like goes out the window when you listen to the bookie talk about it. You're like, damn, this is crazy, dude. MLB just covered up for Ohtani so hard because he's the poster boy of the league. Like, it's wild.
I was in the camp where I thought that was BS from the beginning. I think you were too.
There's so many I was for sure. There's so many inconsistencies with the story that came out, and then to like hear the bookie talk about what went down is fascinating, dude. It's like, damn.
Congratulations to Ohtani and the 2025 Dodgers.
No, fucking what a Game 7. That was crazy, bro.
Of all time.
It was, dude. Heartbreak for those Giants. It reminded me so much of like the Game 7 against the Royals.
Giants, you mean the Blue Jays?
No, heartbreak for the Blue Jays, sure. But as a Giants fan, it was tough to watch the Dodgers win in such a magical way.
I guess, our AL East rivalry isn't much, Blue Jays, Orioles, even though we're in the same division. I found myself rooting for the AL East team, whereas with your dynamic, it's the opposite. Yeah.
I mean, I might go for the Diamondbacks, but no.
Right.
Padres, Dodgers, probably not.
Right.
Definitely not the Dodgers.
Speaking of weird losses or collapses, Packers team. So
what is up with them, bro? They're so weird.
We're 12.5-point favorites and lost.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's rare.
For a team to be that favored and then lose outright, that's weird.
I don't understand.
We talked about Bryce winning despite being a low rank in the quarterback rankings. We have this Browns and this Panthers loss now with Green Bay. They almost blew that Cowboys game because they tried to throw a touchdown with 2 seconds left instead of just kick a field goal for a tie. Very easily could have lost that. Jordan Love is still ranked number 4 overall as a quarterback this year. So his stats are still crushing. They got a couple receivers slowly trickling back in. Kraft now, though, is out for the season, which is a huge loss, their tight end.
Yep.
How do you feel about the Packers? We can look at these NFC playoff teams.
It's only their second loss, though, right? They're 5-2-1.
They are. No, they have 3. Do they only have 2 losses?
I feel like.
Yeah, you're right. Only 2 losses.
To the Browns and the Panthers. That's crazy.
Also, very close game with the Cardinals that they easily could have lost.
Yeah.
I feel like you were really high on the Packers. I want to feel you almost even felt they were going to be a Super Bowl team this year, but
well, no. I mean, I don't really remember being super high on them. I know I was really impressed with their Week 1 victory over the Lions,
right.
And that more and more looks like an impressive victory. But yeah, super strange team, man. And I think my takeaway from this game is that Carolina completely controlled the game with their running. They the rush, Rico Dowdle, and how they ran the ball totally was the reason they won the game. They just won. They won the battle in the trenches. They pushed around Green Bay, and they were able to do what they wanted with running the ball and keeping it. Their time of possession was good. It's just when you can play like that style, you got a really good chance to win a game against a team that's more talented than you and has more weapons.
Bucks are coming off of a bye. The Bucks have been really quiet the last few weeks. We haven't really talked or thought about the Bucks much. Yeah. They had that rough loss in Detroit and then beat Tyler Show or Shuck or whatever his name is in his first start. It's a pretty boring game. So Panthers are sitting there a game and a half out.
Amazing.
I think that Dowdle is a legitimate MVP
It's
candidate.
been incredible.
Unironically. Like, I don't know how else to explain that team. I mean, their defense is pretty solid, too. They beat the Cowboys. They smashed the Falcons. Yeah. I mean, I don't expect them to be there, of course. No one does, but they're there now.
Yeah.
Where are they? They are 22 overall in the point differential power rankings, tied with the Commanders.
Yeah, I feel like, Green Bay's defense, I think, is letting them down a little bit, too. They don't have Jaden Reed. They've had some other injuries at the wideout spot, and obviously this Kraft injury is going to loom large for them. But, coming into the year, they make this big trade for Parsons. Their defense plays incredible the first couple weeks, it feels like, and I'm just not so sure they've been that great since.
But isn't obviously their offense? They scored 10 points against the Browns and 13 points against the Panthers.
Yeah, sure. I mean, their offense, with the injuries they have, sure. But I feel like they're getting pushed around. The defensive line is getting pushed around, and that's why they're losing.
They're not closing on offense. Like, you look at their team stats and stuff, and, like, Love stats, you're like, oh, he did fine.
Yeah.
But then no points.
Yeah.
Like, they even, like, I want to say, like, their third down conversion rate was even good. Like, something's going on once they get past the 40. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still like the Lions far better despite their weird loss to the McCarthy-led Vikings.
That was a wild one, dude. Way to come back, JJ. Announce your presence.
Panthers, anything else? No, we're good. Nice game-winning field goal with 0 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, was.
Saints-Rams, I mentioned Devontae. He's my guy for the week. Shaheed traded.
Gone. Good pickup
from
for
the
Seattle.
Saints to Seattle. Fuck.
Yeah, they're going to stretch the field with him. He's going to catch a couple bombs.
Rams crushed the Saints. My question.
Sure.
After this game. Is Kyren Williams, Puka, Devontae, and Stafford the best offensive foursome in the NFL? And what are some other candidates?
Yeah.
We're looking at, like, Dallas, ironically, would be in there with Lamb,
Pickens, Devontae, and Dak.
Right.
Well, can you do, like, can we put a tight end there? Because you could go Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Gibbs, Montgomery, and Laporta. That's pretty nasty.
Okay. I guess my point is that, these guys, Puka, and now with Devontae playing like this, and Kyren just having great numbers every week. These are like elite guys. Stafford being like just one of the most solid quarterbacks in the NFL. This is why the Rams to me are the favorites in the NFC.
Yeah, well, you could do Hurts, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, and Saquon.
Sure,
they would be a good group in there when they're right. Hasn't been that way this year yet.
We all know Stafford is a Super Bowl pedigree guy. They have the weird loss against the Eagles last year in the playoffs. This year, they're just annihilating them, and then just the weirdest comeback ever. Mm-hmm. I think we saw the reality in the first half of that game, and I think the Rams are just better than the Eagles.
Yeah, they're definitely up there. This brings up an interesting thing I was thinking about. The Chiefs lost to the Bills, right? And the Chiefs have so many weapons. I was thinking about this. Like, you got Mahomes, you've got Pacheco, you got Kareem Hunt, you've got the rookie Brashard Smith, I think. They've got Kelsey, they've got Xavier Worthy, they get Rashee Rice back, Thornton catches passes, they got Noah Gray, they've got Hollywood Brown, they got Juju Smith-Schuster. Like, at what point is it like we have too many guys that we're trying to, like, implement into our offensive scheme that, like, it's making it more complicated than it needs to be, and we need to take a step back and just kind of simplify our offense and get back to just playing a little bit more like how the 49ers play when you've got a good team like the Chiefs. Like, to me, watching them play the Bills, it was like, man, they're just, like, trying to do way too much on offense in terms of, like, incorporating all of these different pass catchers and tight ends and running backs, and there's like the plays that they draw up, everyone gets a touch throughout the game, and it's kind of like you just like, whoa, slow down. Like, whatever happened to just a button hook to 5 yards to get a first down? Like, we're trying to do all these crosses and get Mahomes into this area to throw this deep pass. I don't know. It was just interesting. It was like I watched a team that seemed discombobulated.
So you're saying their coaching's bad?
Maybe. I mean, you could say that.
Yes, it's exactly what that implies.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I see them, maybe they try and keep guys fresh. Maybe it's like, Worthy comes out after running 2 routes and then Juju's in there. To me, they are a team that uses offensive skill players, like the abundance of them, more than any other team in the league.
Okay, I mean, I don't think I could disagree more.
Yeah?
Yes. With
cool.
all due respect. I think all those guys you mentioned, like, go look at all their stats this year.
Well, sure.
No one's really doing much.
Of course, because they're not getting the opportunities.
Okay. It sounds like
Rashee Rice has been awesome since he came back, by the way. But yeah, I mean, they don't get the ball enough.
To me, you sound like a diehard Chiefs fan.
Oh no!
No. I'm saying like that's like what I would think. Like it's just like when your team's so good for so long, and now they're kind of 5-4. They just had a very clear loss to this team that is their main kind of rival in the AFC now. There's to me that's just like trying to make sense of them not being great. I just all those guys you listed, like they're all NFL players, but like none of them are that good. Like
I would argue that Rashee Rice is elite talent.
He had 2 carries for 6 yards.
Rashee Rice?
Yes,
he's a wide receiver.
Oh, okay.
Xavier Worthy.
Who's the guy that just came back? Rice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he doesn't. Well, but they give him the ball. Like he had a rushing touchdown, I believe.
Yeah, well, he might come around. Well, yeah, the Chiefs do that a lot, but he's an elite talent at the wideout spot.
Oh, I thought they had him in the backfield more often.
No.
Okay.
And then Xavier Worthy's obviously first round talent, one of the fastest guys in the league. A guy who they drafted high and can stretch the field. Kelsey's Hall of Fame tight end.
But he's
certainly have
washed
talent.
up. Worthy, like, has there been? What's the Xavier Worthy game this year?
Exactly, it hasn't happened.
So okay, I get. You're saying that they're there. You're just saying, you're saying the scheme is not good, the offensive scheme.
Yeah, well, and I think more it's like how they're utilizing their personnel. I think they've got a good scheme. I mean, Mahomes is.
Well, I guess I'm
still
including how to utilize your personnel as part of the scheme.
Yeah, I think they just try and get too many people involved, and I think it's kind of like go back to just a simplified football approach.
So the argument is that they're so good, they don't know who to give the ball to, and therefore they're losing.
No, it's not. That's not the argument. The argument is that they're trying to do too much with the personnel they have and incorporate. Most teams, who do you throw to throughout the game? Like, maybe 4 or 5 guys catch passes, right? Like in every single one of their games, they've got like 10 guys catching passes. I mean, they legit have like 4 plays throughout a game drawn up for Noah Gray. And it's kind of like, and you can see that he's like the main guy on the routes they run. And he's like a 2nd or 3rd string tight end. It's like rarely do teams draw up plays for, their 3rd or 4th string guys. And they like deliberately try to do that.
Okay. That makes that, I like that specific point is good. I like that in terms like, just get your star players the ball more.
Yeah, totally. Like, why are you trying to
then that's Pat Mahomes' decision making. A combination of that
could be
with scheme, with maybe his offensive line.
Sure.
Let's not forget, he's still the number 1 fantasy quarterback this year.
Totally.
He still had huge passing games.
Totally. And there's a lot of factors. I mean, scheme's absolutely a factor. Coaching is absolutely a factor into that. It's just unique. It's a unique way that they go about kind of deploying their offense. I just think at times it hurts them. And potentially against a team like the Bills, it's important to just simplify things. Like, I feel like they kind of overcomplicated the offense, and that's one of the reasons why they lost.
I mean, they haven't had a run game all year. Kareem Hunt does not get over 50 yards in a game, ever.
No.
So he's not – and you still hear like – and look, I think I'm just super jaded towards any positive Chief talk, basically.
Sure.
It's all you hear on like ESPN or whatever for the last fucking 10 years. So I'm like, I heard people talking about, look, Kareem Hunt, really valuable asset. Like, the guy gets 40 yards on 15 carries a game. What are we talking about?
Well,
he's not good.
That's exactly it. I mean, they try and spread the ball around. Okay, so much. Pacheco's getting 10 carries. Like, it's not like, they're making Kareem Hunt the bell cow. They're doing this and keeping all these guys fresh. I think that's probably one of the things that they're doing. I just think at times it can backfire. Kareem Hunt's a bowling ball down at the goal line. I mean, he will punch it in from a few yards out. I think that's his biggest strength. The guy that's really struggled for them out of the backfield this year is Pacheco. Pacheco has been amazing the last couple seasons and such a hard runner, and he has been completely absent.
I guess I get that, like, Pacheco has been starting running back for a Super Bowl winning team. I get that.
For the last
I get
few
that
years.
he's good. But I never, like, when I think of, like, top 10 running backs in the league, I never think of him. I think of him as, like, he's surrounded by a bunch of great talent. He's a good athlete. Like, he's going to do well. But it's like all their guys, like, I guess there might be way more nuance between our disagreement. I think there's a lot of nuance between it. It's not like a huge disagreement. It's just that I don't think any of these guys are really studs. They're all capable. They're it's nice if you do spread it out, like you can. Yeah, that's great. But Mahomes has been the leading rusher on this team almost every week.
Yeah, that's been a big problem for them this year. They haven't
passing touchdowns this week. Game. This was a huge statement game. I mean, the Bills beat the shit out of them. They only won by 10, I think. But
it was big.
Cook was cooking.
Yep,
per usual.
Yeah.
Kincaid is better than Travis Kelce.
Yeah. Younger, certainly.
Both their receiver situations are a little similar, kind of thinner receiver, the Bills. But to me, this Bills and Chiefs receiving core is kind of similar. They got some like good athletes there, but nobody's like lights out.
I would say the Chiefs got more talent. Shakir's nice. He's a good possession wideout. Keon Coleman's, he's got some definitely some potential.
I think this so the huge difference between these teams is the run game, the skill at the running back position.
Absolutely.
And how that is more homogenized with the Bills. There's not really a question as to who's getting what.
Exactly. But another thing is, like, this was Buffalo's easily their most impressive win. They haven't had a lot of impressive wins.
I think it was an underrated win. And this is, I'm also like, the Chiefs are so much like Republicans to me. And they're red too. Is it like when they win, it's like, oh, open the floodgates. And when they lose, it's kind of like, let's not talk about that much.
Yeah, they
just got their ass beat, the Chiefs.
Yeah, they don't.
But it's always like, it's some little kind of aside excuse. Like, no, dude, that was a very big game that what we just saw. Because all we hear year after year is like, Allen can't do it against Mahomes. So he does it, and now we're just like,
yeah, you're right. They should talk about it more. That's a good point. That's a really good point. They didn't talk about it as much as it probably should have been discussed. There were some other bigger.
The Geo Chiefs instead of the GOP. The fucking
Geo Chiefs. Who has Buffalo beaten now?
Look, we've talked about that. The list isn't. It's phenomenal.
Not that impressive, right? Like, this was their first impressive. I know we talked about that first impressive win. I know we talked about that earlier this year.
Yeah, I mean we're just all waiting for that rematch with the Patriots.
They've had some tough losses too. Speaking of which,
okay. Let's talk Colts Steelers.
Yeah, we should.
That also gargantuan win.
Yeah,
for Rodgers.
You could see it coming a mile away.
I couldn't.
Yeah,
you nailed that. I had no idea that was coming.
You got it. I think you picked this. No, you picked the Colts.
Yeah. I was picking the Colts. They were favored in Pitt. They got up early. Pittsburgh got a muffed fumble off a punt return inside the red zone and didn't score. So at that point, it's like,
yeah.
But then Simmons mentioned this in the last podcast. Like, a lot goes well for the Steelers, and he's a New England guy, so he's always going to kind of shit on the Steelers and their fans. It's not a coincidence like that they get these like turnovers all the time in big spots. Daniel Jones had a horrible game. They picked him off.
Turned the ball over a lot.
He had a late game interception. So the Steelers just under Tomlin, they step up, or at least that's what they did this week. It hasn't been the case every week this season or for the Steelers. But they're in their Tomlin zone right now after last week.
5-3.
I don't know where that defense has been.
Yeah, boy, it showed up, didn't it?
Jonathan Taylor had like 40 yards on 15 carries. So
you can neutralize him. It's really important for teams to get up on Indianapolis early. So Indianapolis needs to throw the ball. I think that's kind of a good blueprint to go after them, because when they're in control of the game and the time of possession and they can lean on Jonathan Taylor, it's a recipe for success for them. But when they're down early and they need to throw like early in the third quarter to try and get back into a game, you can expose Daniel Jones. It's not the first time he's been exposed over the course of his career. He's been, turnover prone with the Giants. I mean, you got to get up early on them. I think Pittsburgh did that.
Jones is sitting at number 9 overall, so he's still a top 10 guy, but he did drop a bit, of course, after last game. There's a lot of talk about, is there going to be a second half regression for Jones this season? Did we kind of get this perfect version of him that can only go down? Right. And are the Colts viable contenders in the AFC or not? They're still the number 1 team in the ranking. I think my note with them is that home field advantage is huge for them because of turf. Yeah. You get these turf teams when they go on the road on grass. It just has a mildly different effect.
Great point
on them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else what's some other turf teams like. You get the Vikings on the road. You get the Falcons on the road. We've seen them they can kind of just.
It's so true.
Apart.
So true.
Which is why we should have domes for every team.
Or why we should have grass for every team.
Yeah, either way. Domes and grass for every team.
Interesting.
What else?
They made a big trade right afterwards.
Man, Sauce, 2 first-round picks. How do you feel about that?
Oh gosh,
That's insane.
It is insane. I feel like if Indy's going for it, I don't knock them. They'll probably end up regretting it though. But I mean, if you're a team like they are in the mix this year, how they've started with a legit chance, I think it makes sense to try and do what you can to get better and to make a deep run.
How many times, and the trade deadline passed this week too, so we'll talk about trades. But how many times do we need to see this fail? But they didn't beat the Steelers, so now trade away 2 first-round picks. Sauce is good. He's young. I feel like, he's not quite as good as he was his rookie year when everybody was, fawning over him. Maybe he is. I don't know. I don't pay attention to defensive players much, unfortunately.
It's so hard.
2 first-rounders?
Yeah, 2. It seems like a lot.
That's what the Parsons, they got 2 first for those for him. And then, they turned around and gave one of those to the Jets for a defensive tackle, which was very questionable.
What is Jerry Jones doing?
Well, remember our best clip from last year? He's worse than Biden.
Trying to fill the holes.
He's Trump.
That's what Jerry Jones is trying to fill the holes.
Trump. He's Donald Trump.
All hail to glory. He's trying to fill the holes.
He thinks it's about him, and he makes horrible decisions because he has too much control.
You'll get that. Colts get Sauce for 2.
We'll see.
DBs are like running backs, man. I mean, there are very few that sustain success for extended years. They're like really good for 3-4 years, and then they lose a step. And the step they lose is a lot.
We'll see. Who did they play next? The Colts, Week 10, hosting the Falcons. Okay. Oh, that's a Germany game.
Cool.
We're going back overseas this week and next week. Man, am I glad I got this close to buying tickets to Madrid a couple weeks ago.
Ooh.
And I mean, it's a good time no matter what. But
sure,
that would have made this week even worse.
Amazing.
Fortunately, the time I decided to spend to go see the Commanders this year was their last win. Okay. Colts Steelers were good on there. DK Metcalf had 2 catches for 6 yards. So I guess on the bright side, they don't need him to win against a good team.
Yeah.
But receivers like the Chiefs and Bills, frankly, these top AFC teams, not much happened at the wide receiver position statistically.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but it's true.
Well, Pittman and Pierce have both had.
Well, not the Colts.
Okay.
The Chiefs, Bills, and Steelers.
Okay. But excluding the Colts. Got it.
Yeah. Are we ready? Are we ready for Bengals Bears?
What a game. It's freaking crazy.
Joe Flacco, 470 yards.
470?
Chase and Higgins over 100 again. Any doubts of them being the top duo in the league, I think, are erased.
Especially after this one.
Where everyone talks about Tyler Warren from the Colts, how elite he is. I watch the guy's stat line every week. Like, it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Loveland had 118 for 2 touchdowns, the guy that the Bears picked ahead of Warren.
Including an amazing play late. Wiggle out of that tackle and take it in.
You know, that would have been a more tragic play had the Bears been down by more than 3. You know, they were in field goal range anyways. Yeah. But we saw Jamar Chase at the end of that game just like, yeah, this is insane that our defense can't stop anybody. So not a great locker room.
Yeah, same problems.
Right, Kyle Monaghay, the Rutgers running back from rookie on Chicago at 176 yards.
Yeah, he went off, filling in for an injured DeAndre Swift.
That's quite the performance to be filling in for somebody. I guess he got hurt though at the end of the game.
Shit, you would get 100 against that.
I wrote down the Commanders miss Zacchaeus. He's done well for Chicago. He did really well for us last year.
He did.
He's just like symptomatic of like these guys that we got rid of that were actually really, really good last year that we needed. Yeah. And it didn't really register this offseason.
Yeah, consistency with an offense is important.
Still no Cincinnati run game despite 40-something points. Who has a worse defense, the Bengals or Commanders? I'm still going with the Commanders right now after that Seahawks game. And, Cincinnati was down 14 with 2 minutes left. Came back to take the lead. Just unbelievable. Joe Swan Song. The Bears are 5-3.
Dude, 5-3.
What do you think about the Bears this season?
It's interesting, man. I mean,
5-3.
I feel like that. To me, they got a little bit of the Panthers vibe. I think they're more talented. They're probably a better team, but I can't really take them seriously quite yet.
But
although,
Caleb is different than
Bryce. Yeah, both number 1 picks. There's a good comp.
Ooh. Was this Caleb's coming out party this week?
Yeah, it's a great call. I was looking at that. I'm like, he's had some good games. He's had some big wins, but man, what a game. I mean, he was fantastic. So, yeah, let's say that.
No, your initial energy was not yet. Not yet.
Well, I think it's already happened.
You do? Okay.
I mean, but I don't know if he's played as good of a game statistically yet in his career. So if you want to work that in, then yeah.
They host the Giants this week.
Could be 6-3.
They go into Minnesota the week after that. Winnable game.
Yeah.
And then they host the Steelers around Thanksgiving.
I mean, there could be, dude. They could be.
They'll lose that game. So, no, I mean, they're still looking at 7-4.
I mean, they could be.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Wild.
Ben Johnson, man.
Ben Johnson.
I mean, they're shaping up to potentially have a better record than the Lions after we were like, no fucking way in hell after like week 3 or 4, like, oh, what a disaster. Ben Johnson. Lions are still hitting on all cylinders. Yeah, they have the same record right now.
Look at this. The Commanders have given up 236 points this year, and the Bears have given up 225 or 27.
Yeah.
So, I mean, man.
Similar teams.
They're gonna need their defense. I mean, they gave up a shit ton of points to the Bengals. They're lucky they were playing Cincinnati, because, dude, they wouldn't have beat anybody other than a shitty defensive Cincinnati team.
But that's when the quarterback magic has to kick in. Like, can this guy kind of just take it there and win some games? And Caleb
can, but man, ask Joe Burrow how that's gone the last few years.
Okay, Lions, Vikings, just JJ ekes out another win against a divisional opponent on the road like he did with Chicago in that first win.
Incredible. Amazing. It's such a huge win for him.
I wrote down it was the identical touchdown to the right. Remember that touchdown? Same exact thing this game.
Play. Yeah, it was.
And then he had that one clutch third down conversion to kind of end the game that if the Lions stop him there, they get another chance.
It's a bad loss for Detroit, man. It really is.
They
couldn't do anything. They couldn't run the ball. Jahmyr Gibbs didn't do shit. It was weird.
And I guess it's easy. I don't know, man. I'm with you on the Lions having a top offensive foursome because, how did the Vikings stop that? I guess the Vikings still have a good defense, and we lose sight of that because of their old quarterback situation. But the Chargers crushed the Vikings the other week.
Did.
McCarthy is just like aura. Like Jackson Dart comes in, suddenly they're good, even though the stats aren't like great. Like, what is going on?
Shot in the arm, plays with some energy, some good vibes around that guy. That's amazing. It's a great win. Really, really impressive. Aaron Jones is back. He's doing some things.
9 carries for 78 yards.
I mean, he did some things. A couple nice catches too out of the backfield. He's a game changer.
I don't know. I looked at these team stats and it just felt like, what?
Yeah.
How'd the Vikings win that game?
Yeah, agree. It was a strange game. What a huge win.
I think they had Isaiah Rodgers, the guy that scored twice back in week 3-4.
The crazy defensive game, yeah.
He had a blocked field goal or something like that in this game. He had another big play. So there was just that kind of energy. When Isaiah Rodgers is doing well, the Vikings, they pull it out somehow.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Bills, we covered. Chargers, Titans, not much to say here. Well, there's a Justin Herbert conversation. This game was close. The Chargers are underwhelming, but they're 6-3. Herbert is not an A-tier quarterback. I think that's my takeaway from this.
I would agree with that.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, not yet.
I'm at number 12, beneath Josh Allen. By the way, good. Josh Allen is 11. He's in the B tier as well.
He's good. He's not great.
Look at the B tier, because we had a tie for 8th and the 8th tier, so there are a few B tier teams or quarterbacks. But Allen, Herbert, Mayfield, Rodgers, your guy Mac, and Jackson Dart. Interesting B group.
It is. Some really good guys in there. Talented guys.
And then Mac and Jackson kind of making his way up in there. Mac being there, I think, is really underrated.
Yeah,
even Rodgers being up in there. But Allen, Herbert, Mayfield, like, people look at these guys as like MVP candidates. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do. That's a good point.
Chargers, Titans. Do you have anything to say about the Chargers? Are we getting stretched thin here? Tight end Godson led the team in receiving.
Yeah, he's been nice for them the last few weeks. He's really emerged.
I guess on the line with Herbert and that offense, they've had some big injuries to offensive line.
Yeah, their O-line's wrecked.
That wide receiver trio that we got really excited about, at least I did kind of early on. I think a lot of us did. Just kind of underwhelming, I guess.
Kind of fizzled a little bit. Johnson he had some nice grabs, but yeah, he hasn't had that explosive game since. And Keenan Allen's just such a vet, just consistent, but can't do it like he once did.
They're 6-3.
They are. It's not bad. It's amazing.
Surprising.
I thought they were going to plummet after they lost their O-line guys. And then they lost another one.
I mean, they're sitting kind of pretty as the 7 seed in the playoffs. This AFC playoff picture is pretty solid with Patriots and I guess it'd be the Chiefs. Anyways, according to point differential, Patriots and Broncos, 2 7-2 teams, are sitting at the wild card. So pretty solid AFC playoffs this year. Chargers are going to be the obvious weak team as a 7 seed, I think, there, if they do make it in. Cam Ward, he's been reliably number 32 in the passer rankings. Titans have been number 32 in point differential. How do you feel about Ward moving forward? Was this season good for him ultimately?
Gosh,
what do you think?
Doesn't feel like it.
He's not really throwing picks, at least. It's kind of the victory with him, but
getting some valuable experience. I don't know. It's tough, man.
What do you think?
It's a great call. It's a great thought, dude. I mean, this is the classic case of do you want to throw your top pick into the fire with a team that's pretty shitty? Will it backfire?
You mentioned reps and how important they are. I mean, I get it. Yeah, it's such a interesting conversation that we're going to have all the time.
Yeah. Is
this good for him to kind of get in there and just fail?
I don't know. I mean, I'm of the belief that it's sit a year or two, even, and I know we've had this discussion, playing for a real legit college program now is essentially playing in the NFL because of all the talent and the transfer portal and these teams that are just loading up on incredible players. So you are essentially playing pro-style football in college, but I still think there's something to be said for slowly adapting to the NFL game, and people like Jordan Love that have been able to watch for a few years, just when they get their shot, seem to be more prepared. But who knows?
Yeah, they kind of had to throw him. They didn't really I don't know what other options they had back there. There are a couple of journeyman backups they could have started this year, but I don't know. This feels to me like it's okay for him to get these reps and to learn the speed of the game.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, again, I look at his interception stat line every week. He hasn't thrown a ton. As long as he's kind of, you know, his yards are always like $140.
Yeah.
And very, very few touchdown passes. But he's learning the speed of the game. That's how I would kind of phrase it.
Okay. I like it.
Here's my question. Or here's the pop quiz of the pod.
Okay.
Name 2 Titans position players.
Okay. Tony Pollard.
Pollard, that's why I said 2.
Tajay Spears.
Oh, who's that?
Gosh.
Is he a receiver?
Eric Alimanor, or their first-round draft pick for a guy from Stanford.
Okay.
It's pretty solid.
Oh, well, you won. You won the quiz. I couldn't.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Who are their other wideouts?
Who was the second guy you mentioned?
Their backup running back, or a guy who they wanted to.
Name one receiver. Okay, the rookie.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they don't have a lot of weapons around.
None.
Cam Ward.
Very.
They're going to need some. That's a good point.
And maybe if we compare the Commanders' wide receiver room, because so depleted, so bad, starting from Dallas on, so bad. No name dudes off the practice squad. And we look at Jaden's performance with them versus Cam's performance with this group. It's like, I'm just trying to like give Jaden some excuses here.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Like, that he hasn't just totally lost it. Okay.
And I think when he's played his best football is when he's tried to get the ball to Zach Ertz a little bit more.
Yeah. Who is very Kelsey coded. He's like a worse Travis Kelsey and just old. And did we cover everybody here? I know, we've been crushing here.
Falcons,
where are we at?
Patriots.
Hour 10. Falcons Patriots is the last game here. Oh, then Ravens Dolphins, the Thursday game. Lamar's back. I think that there's not much to talk about there, other than the fact that how Henry and Zay Flowers and their defense is suddenly good once Lamar comes back is funny.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, and they've also got some guys back, but then they've shuffled things around. But you're right. Great quarterbacks, the defense's best friend.
They're running, and also it's just for the offensive guys, it's that run threat that now just the field opens up for Derek.
Totally. And Zay in there, dude.
As an Aaron Rodgers fan in his potentially last season, the Ravens are fucking scary, just looming there.
They totally are, dude.
Jesus,
you know it. That's
why this week was such a big win against Indianapolis.
It was a big win.
Falcons Patriots. My first note is fucking missed extra point.
Yep.
Remind me of the week 1 missed field goal against the Bucks that the Falcons had. Falcons. You know, they have this weird. Kirk Cousins has to play against Miami. They get crushed, right?
Crushed.
You flip that, say Penix doesn't get hurt, and then this Patriots game they could have won. They could potentially be a 5-3 team. You know, they have the very clear loss to the Panthers. Niners beat them by 10. So Falcons are, they're weird. They're a weird team. I don't know what to expect from them week to week.
Young team
with Penix in there. Bijan and Algier should be this great combo, and they are at times. But, you know, really didn't show up in New England despite almost winning.
They're kind of neutralized. They were kind of neutralized in this one.
Penix had a good game, though. 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
No
Drake London was the guy.
I sat him in fantasy this week. That was fun. But, yeah, is he a top 10 receiver to you, London?
Getting there. Boy.
He's pretty dynamic. I mean,
He's solid, man. Definitely solid.
Is Stephon Diggs, has he met the expectations for the Patriots?
I think so.
I do too.
I think he really had a great game against Buffalo and has been pretty solid.
He had a big touchdown this game.
Yeah.
And new guy alert, Demario Douglas had 100 yards for the Patriots.
Yeah. I mean, between him and Booty.
Our boy Booty got 0. I started Booty over London for some reason. I just felt like that was a better play. That's stupid.
What a Booty choice.
Can the Patriots win the East? How do you feel about the Patriots versus Bills moving forward?
It's so fascinating, bro. I don't know. I keep waiting for the shoe to drop. I'm not like sold on them, but they're just doing it. And they were in complete control of this game. I mean, Atlanta made a late comeback to make it close, really close. But
again, they missed extra point to tie.
But what was it? 24-14, 24 to something. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, New England's playing some really, really good football, and Drake May is legit right now.
He was number 1 last week. My first week of doing the quarterback rankings. He's number 3 now. Darnold hopped ahead of him. Oh, he was tied for 1 with Lamar last week.
It's amazing, dude.
Darnold. Yeah, we haven't talked much about the Seahawks. They're just, I don't know. They're great.
They're nasty.
I guess I just want to say that I've been on the Seahawks bandwagon from the beginning.
You have.
Okay. That's a solid. We went back in time, like the beginning of the AC Sports podcast this season. So we covered every game. That was good. Very comprehensive. Shall we make some picks?
Sure.
Okay. You got some time here for that? Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's pull them up. Any other fun news? Oh, some tragedy in Dallas today. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, it's sad, man.
24-year-old defensive lineman, like apparently unalived himself. Mental health.
Sucks.
You wonder, you think about head trauma and all that. And, fortunately we don't see that a ton in the NFL. And, you might, we went through this, Junior Seau passing kind of brought everything to a head. And I think a lot of rules were changed regarding hitting and concussions and all that,
Yeah, you wonder.
But, it looks like it was maybe just an anomaly, a tragedy, just still dealing with personal stuff. But, Cowboys fans got to be,
sucks.
They just came off such a bad week, and they make this weird trade where they give up a lot. And
they got two guys.
Yeah. And then
Logan
this
Wilson's
happens.
a nice addition. And
10 lines.
Quentin Williams is a stud.
Okay. Let's get to it. Tonight's game starts in an hour and 15.
Let's go.
Are you going to watch this game?
No.
That was my note, too. Broncos favored by 9.5. Let me break out the pad here. Who do you have? 9.5. Broncos, solid defense. Raiders, we saw they have Bowers back in Denver. Division game. They very easily could have won that Jacksonville game.
I'm taking Denver.
Denver minus 9.5. We do no prep here with these picks. I'm going to go Vegas plus 9.5. Okay. Falcons. The weird Falcons going into Indy at home. Indy by 6.5. I guess I'm going first. You went first on the last one. We got to have a big Colts game today. The Falcons are good. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they cover, but Taylor's got to go off in this game.
Is that a Berlin game?
Oh shit! It's not a home game. Well, that changes things. I guess I'll stick with that. But thanks for.
I'm going Indy.
Indy, okay.
They're gonna bounce back.
I don't feel great about any pick after having done this for 3 weeks. Okay, Giants going to Chicago. Chicago only favored by 3.5.
Bears all day.
Okay, Shy minus 3.5. New York. I like Jackson Dart. Maybe this is the. Hey, fuck you, Caleb. I'm Jackson Dart game. I'll go with the Giants. Bears are a little. I mean, they're only favored by 3.5 at home. That's
Caleb's gonna shart on Dart.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there.
Nothing. All right.
That's good.
You don't like
it. I'm
like elementary school humor.
I'm just like I just really like this Giants team, which I shouldn't because they're an NFC East team. I should hate them.
Yeah. And they're terrible.
Wow. Yeah. Why am I taking them with only 3.5? Okay.
No, it's fair.
Bills minus 9.5 going into Miami. Do we have a huge Bills win here or a moderate Bills win?
Moderate.
So you're going Miami?
Yeah.
Okay. Miami plus 9.5. I will go with the Bills. They will say night to Miami and Tua. I think they'll appreciate the slightly warmer climate in Miami.
I don't think they will.
New England. Ooh, game of the week.
I know. What a good one.
Going into Tampa. Tampa favored.
Yeah.
By 2.5. How do you feel about that?
Same thing. Going into warm Tampa Bay from cold New England.
How do we feel about that?
Interesting. That's a tough one.
Oh, I'll go first. I think I said last week. Oh wait, did I lose? I forget what I chose last week.
You took the Falcons against.
Okay, and they only won by 1. That's right.
And the
right.
But you got it. You got it because
Right.
the Patriots were favored, and I think the Bucs had a bye.
I'm gonna go with New England here.
Okay, I'm gonna go Tampa Bay.
I think Tampa's falling off. Minus 2.5. Jacksonville in Houston against Drake May. Houston still favored by 1.5 at home. We saw the statistics for the Jaguars. Offensive statistics don't look good outside of Etienne. We didn't mention Travis Hunter hurt, but I don't know if that's a huge deal. Davis Mills, we haven't talked about him.
Is he playing?
Yeah.
So CJ's out.
Yeah, CJ's out. He's done decently in the past.
Yeah, he's not terrible.
The Texans have to win this, so I'm going to go Texans.
I'm going to go Houston too.
You know Houston too? Okay.
Actually, it's so slim. I'll take Jacksonville.
Yeah. I like that. I like that we're taking different teams here.
Yeah. Okay, you're welcome.
Browns favored by 2.5 going into New York. And we didn't talk about the Jets. This Fields Tyrod thing is like an actual conversation.
Yeah, for real.
Justin Fields in the C tier, not a D tier guy. He doesn't throw interceptions.
Yeah, he barely throws.
How do we feel, Dylan Gabriel going into New York? Minus 2.5.
I don't know, man. I like the Jets here.
Okay, we'll both go Jets. Wait, let me. Oh, they have. Cleveland has that running back.
Judkins has
Jets
been out.
got rid of some guys. I'll go Cleveland. Cleveland.
That is true. The Jets just got rid of Sauce and Quinnen Williams.
But they're at home. They had a beautiful win in Cincy. Are you still sticking with Jets?
Yep.
Okay. I'll go Cleveland. Saints going into Carolina. Carolina minus 5.5. The Saints are pretty putrid. Tyler Shuck is their quarterback going on for the rest of the season, which is interesting. Ritter was not doing horribly.
Rattler.
Oh, is it Rattler? My bad.
Spencer Rattler.
Not Ritter.
Desmond Ritter. What happened to him?
He wasn't on the cast of Three's Company in the 80s. Carolina minus 5.5.
5.5 seems big, huh? It's going to be a high-scoring game. Not really.
Is this Dowdle's going to run all over him? I didn't mention Kamara seems to be kind of done.
Yeah, he's been shit this year. His ankle's all messed up.
What do you like here?
Oh, gosh, dude.
This was one of the tougher ones I looked at.
It totally is, dude. I'll take...
Is Shug going to do something?
I feel like it's going to be close. I don't feel like Carolina runs away from anybody.
So you want to
take Saints?
Plus 5.5. I'll ride with the Panthers. Let's see. Let's prove something, Carolina. Prove it to me. You're good? Prove it.
I'm going to change all my picks, by the way.
Oh, so I decided. Sorry, not to make an executive decision here. Whatever we say on the pod has to be final. Look, there was that Lamar game, which was a controversial thing in the gambling world. They said he was going to play. He didn't. They still covered against the Bears a couple weeks ago.
I'm amending all my picks. I've amended. You've heard it. You heard it here first. Amended.
I think we might, moving forward, I like how we did last week with just our text. Like, when we do it live, I'm just like, I'm going to pick the opposite of Ross. It's hard not to let one pick sway the other. Okay. You're going New O. Ravens favored by 4.5 going into McCarthy's Minnesota. Oof. I'm going to have my eye on this game.
Yeah, this is a fascinating one. Baltimore needs it big. I'm going to take the Ravens.
Okay, I'm going Minnesota just because I don't like the Ravens, which is crazy. They're from Baltimore. I just don't want the Ravens to win because of Pittsburgh. Seattle. Okay, this is the low-key game of the week because the Cardinals are actually really good. Seattle, you almost in a sense could say only favored by 6.5 against a 3-5 team. Yeah. I'm going to go Arizona here because they're my guys. I'm riding them.
I'll take Seattle.
Okay.
Jacoby Brissett's going to get reacquainted to the 12s and not like it.
This is my sleeper pick of the week, or my outright pick of the week is for the Cardinals to win this game in Seattle. Detroit going to Washington, a late game NFC championship rematch that is just absolutely depressing now. Detroit 9.5 on the road. We saw, by the way, that Seahawks minus 3.5 in Washington last week was just like the easiest money of all time. I think that there was a feeling around that, like the Seahawks were going to crush them.
Yeah.
So 50 Cent's appearance did not help Washington. The fuck out of Washington 50. 50 Cent against Mamdani and for Washington last week. Really big L for 50 last week. We came up with a meme that said New York is dead. Not a good week for 50. Okay. The Lions going to crush like Seattle did.
I think they will.
All right. I'm going against the Commanders every week because it's the only way I can stay sane.
It's crazy. Does it say that the line movement, it would opened the lines at 3.5?
It must. Wait, why? Oh, I missed that.
And it's up to 9.5, maybe because Jaden?
No, but he was hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe lines come out Monday morning?
Maybe.
No, I think that's what it is.
Gotta be.
So then that happened Monday night. So that's why.
Okay.
But that's interesting. So when lines come out, or lines come out like before. Oh, lines actually come out Sunday night.
Okay.
Because Simmons and Sal, they do their thing Sunday nights. Okay. So that's why that changed so much. Mariota, though, he's going to look, Mariota swan song, he gets to start.
Yeah.
And we'll see how he does.
They may show some fight.
Woo! Rams favored by 4.5. The disrespect.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's worthy.
Going into San Francisco, obvious late game. We like that. This is another game of the week. We got a few here. This is a top 3 game.
Yeah. As much as it pains me to say, I think we're going to struggle this week. I want to take the Rams. I think, man, we barely got them with an amazing Fred Warner a few weeks ago. And we had some very fortunate things happen in that game to even give us the win. It'll probably end up being close, but I don't know, man.
I'm going to go Rams, but you know what? I'm going to go Niners. And I said that the Rams are my favorite team in the NFC right now, but the Niners are just fucking weird, dude. They just make it happen. I mean, we look at the Seahawks game, the Rams game, the Cardinals game. They're pulling out these West wins.
Some nice wins.
4.5 on the road's a lot. Steelers at Chargers. Chargers favored by 2.5. Chargers continue to get favored.
I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Okay, Pitt.
I just feel like, man, that was a big win for them. I think they're going to be confident.
Yeah, I'm going to go with who I want to win here. I'll go Pitt as well. And then final.
Okay, I'm taking the Chargers.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Switch it up.
We really want to. I feel like even if we picked opposite, we're still going to come out having the same record. Seriously.
I know. I was thinking about that. I don't know, dude. I bet you, dude. I think you got me this week. Those first 6 or 7 picks, I'm like, dude, I want to change all these.
No. Eagles going into.
Okay, I'm making an executive decision.
Big executive.
Yeah, he got me.
Pod.
He got me with that, dude.
I don't
no
mean
field.
to.
No field. I'm gonna make an executive decision
Look,
here.
You have plenty of leverage on this podcast, okay? You can make demands.
That's great, bro. All good.
Philly going into Green Bay. These are 2 top NFC teams that I don't know that. Do we really believe in either of them to win it all? Who do you like better winning it all?
Philly right now, just because they've been there. But man, it's hard. It's hard actually to like go with the Packers after what happened this past week and the tough losses they have. I'm going to take the Eagles to win this game.
Okay.
I just have a little bit more faith in them. I feel like right now is kind of the time that they start going.
Yeah, getting points. I'm going to go Green Bay just because, again, I'm going because this is the crapshoot, I'm just going to go with who I want.
Get
basically.
in there.
Okay.
Dude, this is cool.
Oh, my God. Look at this headline.
Yeah, dude, they brought him back. Dude, he got shuffled out of Dubai.
Antonio Brown arrested on attempted murder charge. Jesus, I didn't want to bring in two insanely negative things. Wait, it happened in Dubai?
Well, no, he's been out of the country, and I think it's because of this.
Jesus Christ.
I think he got extradited.
Well, that's sad.
Well, Trump will probably pardon him.
Jesus Christ.
The crypto pardon was wild.
Diddy and Brown. Okay.
Okay. On
that note, I got some video to publish tonight before 9 p.m. Subscribe to AC Sports Podcast on YouTube. We got to hit 100K on the second half like we did the first.
Let's go.
Our work's cut out for us. I got some reels to make tonight.
Okay, dude. Reel me in. Reel them in, dude. I'm a fish. I'm a fish on the line.
Final parting words, personal plugs going into Week 10.
Put some respect on Jacoby Brissett's name. He's this old man breakout. This year's old man breakout, like Flacco was last year. I'm reading the board. I know. All credit to AC over here.
Go Aaron Rodgers. Go Steelers. Lose Ravens.
Go Niners.
Are going to miss the playoffs. I'm sorry.
Could happen. We got a kind of an easier schedule down the stretch. A lot of injuries, though.
Marcus Mariota is going to shock the world.
Shock the world. Eminem.
All right. See you next week.
Sko Ducks.